Welcome to another edition of Worldview, the show from Hindustan Times, which takes a look at foreign policy and India's relations with other countries. For this episode, we have a very, very special guest with us, Mr. Farhod Arziev, the ambassador of Uzbekistan, and we are going to take a look at the relationship between these two countries. Welcome, Ambassador.
Thank you.
Uzbekistan is in a region which has very, very historical linkages with India. How much of this, the old ancient links helps drive the current relationship between the two countries?
Our relations between Uzbekistan and India really go very deep into history. If it is not, we are not talking about hundreds of years, we are talking about thousands of years. If you look at the back to history, it is not even during the Silk Road period, but it is well before the Silk Road. We had the existing ancient trade route, which Indian traders traveled from India through Uzbekistan to reach the other parts of the world. And the names of Samarkand, Bukhara, and Tashkent, you meet in the ancient historical books. Even Bukhara, as far as I know, is mentioned in Sanskrit books. The linkage, has created, gradually, a lot of bonds between our peoples. These factors create very, comfortable environment for, people-to-people contacts.
In this current period, what would you say are the priority areas for your country in its relations with India?
We are strategic partners. We have, as I mentioned, our relations with India in the contemporary history, it is of course starts from the independent development of Uzbekistan. We became independent in 1991. But of course, de facto, we have been interacting for many years. So our strategic partnership, our strategic relationship is based on, first of all, strong foundations of historical, cultural, the links. And secondly, it is based on mutual trust and friendship. And thirdly, it is based on mutual interests in many areas. In this context, I would like to mention that from this year, we have 2 Indian universities starting their work in Uzbekistan. The Amity University and Sharda University, they have opened their campuses and departments. And the Amity University started in Tashkent and Sharda started in Andijan region of Uzbekistan. And also this year we have, together with Indian partners, we have established the IT park in Tashkent. We practically enjoy mutual support practically on everything at international forums arena. We have very close cooperation within the framework of international organizations, regional organizations, and of course our bilateral relations are expanding and taking new heights within the period of 4 or 5 months. So we have seen the highest level visit from Uzbekistan taking place, which shows itself, the very fact itself shows that how close and friendly our relations are. In the regional context, Uzbekistan and India, we share common approaches and common position on peace and stability in the region, fight against terrorism, fight against transnational challenges, environmental
I was
challenges.
just wondering, I mean, when you mentioned transnational challenges and the regional security, do you think Afghanistan is one more place where both the countries can work more closely together?
Yeah, we have a good history of working together with India on ensuring peace and stability in Afghanistan, and as a whole in the region of Central Asia and South Asia, and our cooperation is meant not only with the exchange of delegations or supporting each other's position, but it is also making a practical contribution to peace and stability in Afghanistan. In January, the milestone event took place in Samarkand, and we had the first founding session of dialogue, India Central Asia dialogue at the level of ministers of
Foreign
external
Minister.
affairs, with the participation of Afghanistan.
When you speak about the links between India and Central Asia, how do you see the prospects of trade between that region and your country via Chabahar port?
One of the important the ways of bringing us closer is expanding our connectivity options, and we have supported India's membership in Ashgabat Agreement, which is the agreement on transport corridor from Uzbekistan to Oman, and we also support North-South corridor, which also is one of the corridors that links India with Central Asia. And also we see a great value, practical value in Chabahar project, and no doubt that with the full implementation of Chabahar project, the scope and the opportunities for India and Uzbekistan and Central Asia as a whole will be expanded, and it will only play positive role.
You keep referring to the importance of tourism between the two countries. Is that something you want to see more of, people traveling between the two sides?
We see the tourism as one of the important factors or tools in expanding our bilateral relations, because with the tourism is not just it's about leisure or education of yourself. Tourism it has a bigger dimensions. With tourism you see the ideas flowing, with tourism you see the business growing, so with tourism you see the people and people contacts getting closer and closer. And we last year we have we have started e-visa for many countries in the world, including Indian citizens. So e-visa facility is available, and we also introduced visa-free for diplomatic passport holders. And we are continuing our work to make this tourism exchange as comfortable as possible. And we see India as a big source of outgoing tourism.
Thank you, Ambassador, for joining us on Worldview.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching.